Alright, I hope Google's not going to can this because I've got Bulletproof playing in the background, but I did want to pass just a comment about something that I've really been thinking about recently around the medical profession. And look, doctors, GPs, they do a great job, some not so much. If you have, health issues and you've been suffering from something for years, but you don't know how to find the answer, you figure, right, we'll go see a GP, okay? Yeah, because they're general practitioners, and surely that's a good starting point, that you can get some help around where to go next, whether you go to see a specialist, some other kind of professional. So yeah, that would be the place to start, you think. However, what does happen, and what we've experienced, is you get rifled through, you get prescribed pills, you get the blood tests, job done, and no one is actually really interested in your case these days. So where else do you get this information from to be able to be a bit more assertive and push hard and try and find the answers? I mean, I'm just a regular person. How do I know about how to fix myself from a medical perspective? So you go to the internet, of course. You try and find out a bit more about what your symptoms are and various things that would give you a clue. And then you go to your medical professional and you start to ask a bit more information. Otherwise you get what we have sometimes, well, often, which is we need help, but we don't know enough to ask the right questions. And the doctor just says, hey, what can I do for you today? How are you feeling? And sometimes they're not even interested in your case. You might as well go to an ER doctor who doesn't know you from a bar of soap, just wants to get you through, fix the problem, and away you go. No relationship at all. So what triggered this morning? It was just really interesting. The headline that I used for my thumbline was this article about the concern that doctors have about patients going to Google to find answers for themselves, self-diagnosing themselves, and taking up time in their practices. And so there was this study done. It looks like there was about 141 GPs that were interviewed and filled out surveys, and a lot of them had these common worries about patients coming in and basically telling them, this is what I want, and give it to me. This is the treatment that I want. Or coming across non sort of sanctioned or approved treatments and making those suggestions. So but where else are you supposed to start? How is you supposed to be able to ask that question? And as you go in and you need some help, and you've been needing help for years, and you don't want to go through yet another round of blood tests, a few basic pieces of advice like exercise more or eat healthier, and then at the end of that no one's really interested in trying to find the actual answer. So you tell me, how do you go and get help from a doctor? And do you have a decent doctor that actually has an interest in walking that journey with you to try and find out what's actually wrong to get you healthy? Are they interested in your case? Or do you have to pay a lot more money, but make sure that you've got medical insurance, etc., to get that kind of help? Interested in what your thoughts are. Catch you later.